Hello, my name is Dejan, and today I would like to talk about stress. The reason I would like to talk about stress today is because I know it's also one of the many things that I guess humanity or humans seem to be plagued by. But one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of us struggle with addressing our stress because we don't know what is causing our stress. We waste a lot of time and effort trying to change things that aren't actually causing our stress, and then that makes us more stressed. So I'm gonna use this video to clear the air. Um, there's two things that most people contribute to stress, and that is stress or specific circumstances and situations and uncertainty. And I'm gonna try to go through both of them and hopefully help you understand so you can discover for yourself that your stress is only created by your thoughts and nothing more, just your thoughts. So when it comes to stressful situations, there's a few questions you have to ask yourself. Yes, stressful situations and stressful, or not stressful situations, but specific circumstances and situations, there's a few questions you have to ask yourself. But before you ask those questions, just think about a quote unquote stressful situation, like, your job or school, at home, being around certain people. Now, one of the questions you have to ask yourself is there anybody else? Is there anybody else that can be happy in this situation? Can anybody else be happy in this situation? And when you ask yourself this, and when you look truthfully and honestly, you'll notice that yes, there are some people that can be happy. There are some people who are happy in these situations. And when you realize that, you'll discover that if there's other people that can be happy in these situations, then it isn't the situation or the circumstance itself that is causing your stress. Because if the situation or the circumstance was stressful itself, then everybody in the situation or circumstance would be stressed. But there are people who are not stressed in the same situation and or circumstance. So that's not one of the things causing that's the circumstance and the situation isn't causing your stress. It's just the thoughts in your head. Another question you can ask is, are you always stressed in every moment while in this situation or circumstance? Are you always stressed? Every moment? If there are even one moment where you're not stressed, where you're not stressed in a situation or circumstance, then that'll clearly tell you that the situation or the circumstance isn't causing your stress. Because if it was, you'd be stressful in every moment while you're in it. While you're in that situation, you would be stressful every moment. But in some moments, you are not. Maybe you're talking to your best friend, or you're eating your favorite food, or, you get a text from a loved one. that says I love you or something like that, or hey, I'm thinking about you, I can't wait to see you, or something like that. If even for a moment you are not stressed in that situation, then the situation no longer is something that was causing your stress to begin with. Um, so, so yeah, sorry. I get nervous still making these videos. I only have 3, but so yes, the situation or the circumstance are not the cause of your stress. It is the thoughts in your head. Another question is to ask yourself, how do you feel when you tell yourself? How do you feel when you think about the stressful situation? How do you feel? Ask yourself that question. How do you feel when you are thinking about these stressful situations? Obviously, you feel stressed. When you're not thinking about them, how do you feel? Not stressed. You're not thinking about it. It's nothing to worry about, right? Because you're not in it. You're not thinking about it. But if you're not thinking about it and you're not, if you're not thinking about it, it means you're not stressed, and it's not the situation itself. You're not even in the situation right now. And if you think about the situation and you're not actually in the situation and you become stressed or anxiety or worry, then you can see that it's not the situation that is causing you all this stress. It is the thoughts, excuse me, the stories you tell yourself. So you stress, anxiety, worry, they're all created by our thoughts in our head, these stories that we tell ourselves. It would be bad if you didn't get something you wanted. It would be bad if something good was taken away from you. Or it would be bad if so and so happens. That's what stress is, and that's where it comes from. Our thoughts in our heads. See, when we make two outcomes when we have 2 outcomes and we make one a better outcome and a worse outcome, we fear the worst outcome, and then that brings stress to us. But the thing you have to realize is that there are infinite possibilities. The mind likes to do this thing where, you're stressed about tomorrow's, or you're stressed about an interview. And this might start getting into the uncertainty part. But you're stressed about an interview, or you have an interview coming up and you start getting stressed about it. But did you ever take a look to see why you're actually stressed? You don't know what could even happen. But you made 2 outcomes. Either you get the job or you don't get the job. And not getting the job is the worst outcome. So you stress that could happen. That's what stress is. It's that something bad could happen, and now we fear that. But we don't actually know what will happen. We have no idea. No matter what the brain likes to tell you, it's going to try to tell you that, what if I don't get the job? What if they think I'm this? What if they think I'm that? But you don't even know. You don't know what they're going to think. What if they think what if you do get the job? Who knows? You don't know. There's infinite possibilities. There's infinite possibilities that could happen. So don't stress yourself out over something you don't know. And I guess that's where uncertainty comes from, because some people think that, not knowing causes stress. Indecision causes stress. Well, let's say somebody's going to give you money, and or you had a job interview. Let's go back to the job interview. Um, if you had a job interview and there was either you get it or you don't get it, um, you know, there's uncertainty there. You don't know if you're going to get it or not. Let's say you have a job interview where you are guaranteed one of two jobs, but you like both equally. Would you be stressed? No. There's uncertainty there. You don't know which job you'll get. That would be the uncertainty that would still exist within that situation. But the difference between both situations is that the first situation where you could either get the job or don't get the job, you chose that not getting the job was bad and that getting a job was good, so you feared the bad option. But in the second example, where you both jobs you liked, or you didn't mind which job you got, they were both equal. You judged them to both be equal in your head. Sorry. So there was nothing to be stressed or fearful about or to worry about. But in both situations, there was uncertainty. So it's not uncertainty that is causing your stress. It is not the specific situation or circumstance that is causing your stress. It is the thoughts in your head, and the idea that one outcome would be worse or bad. It would be bad or it would be worse if this happens. That is the only thing that's causing your stress. And now that you have this knowledge that these situations and these circumstances don't have the power to cause your stress, you can now better equip yourself in handling your stress and your anxiety and your worry while being in these situations. I hope that was I hope that got to the point. You know, life is just infinite possibilities. Situations and circumstances, those don't cause stress. It's all the thoughts in your head. It's all in your head. Factually, a situation cannot cause you stress. Oh, this situation is stressful, but not everybody's stressed in that situation. And you're not always stressed while you're in that situation. And when you're not thinking about it, you're not stressed. The brain is playing all the tricks on you. I hope you see that. I hope you see that the brain is playing all the tricks. It's a trickster. And life is an endless amount of possibilities. So I hope this helped in some type of way. If you have any comments, or if you need me to better explain, if I didn't really click or get to the point, or if you weren't really able to understand, comment your thoughts down below. I don't know when my next video will be. Hopefully it'll be soon. I'm sorry that this video was rather late. But I hope you were able to enjoy this. Goodbye.